So hi guys, today's video is quite a special one. Recently, maybe you've heard on Instagram or Twitter, I've said that I've won a street photography contest called LSPF, which stands for London Street Photography Festival. In this video, I wanted to talk about three things. The first one being about the contest itself. The second one being about what my next steps are and what I want to do with this channel. The third one, I have a small announcement to make about Instagram and my own little competition that I want to do. Okay, this is day 2. I got bitten way too much by mosquitoes yesterday, so I'm gonna redo this. I gave up yesterday because I got bitten I think like 5 or 6 places and they're swarming, so I gave up. Yep. So these things aren't fucking working. What's going on? I'm getting eaten alive. So, I want to talk about the competition itself first on London Street Photography Festival. I won the singles category, was first place, yay, which is, it was funny. I entered the contest, I knew I was a finalist, and apparently there's a YouTube stream where they announced the winners. And when I woke up, I had Samuel Streetlife and Lorenzo Catena, a good friend of mine, congratulate me via Instagram and on YouTube, and that's where I found out that I won actually.
That the first place for its Ulysses won.
Really?
What?
My good friend Lorenzo actually was 3rd place too, so congratulations to him. I think there are like a few hundred, maybe a few thousand, I don't know, photographers that entered that competition with thousands and thousands of photos that were submitted. So I'm very happy with the results. I wanted to talk about a little bit of a personal story today, me and competitions, I guess. So, rewinding back a few years, when I first started taking photos and started to get really serious about them and found out how much of a passion I have for them, you know how like in art, you know, obviously competitions and these grants and results, they don't really mean much, I think. But how I saw it was the great photographers that I looked up to, still do today. Some of these competitions were the building blocks kind of their careers. Like sometimes I found out their work through these competitions or through these, credentials that they have. And that's something that's a little bit slightly inevitable, I think, sometimes. So, do those photographers that I look up to having results, does that make them a better photographer? Absolutely not. But I found their work, out through those competitions and grants. And also, with art, just because everything can be so subjective, to me, winning these competitions and being awarded through them were somehow kind of a milestone for myself to make sure that, I'm getting better at the craft objectively somehow, but also that, I'm not delusional, So it's like you can tell yourself how great you are at certain things, but sometimes in art there's no way of verifying that, right? So competitions in a way for me were those was like a foundation for me to be able to say, I got a little bit better, right? Oh yeah, and funny enough, the photograph that won the competition is the photograph that I made a video on. This one, or here, or whatever, right? So please go watch that video. I think if you've watched that video, the whole context of everything is pretty funny, I think, where you'll know the story if you watch the video, but yeah. Okay, and after I won the competition, a few days later I was talking to my family and they're congratulating me. That's very nice of them, I think. And my mom suddenly asked me, hey, but you're doing so many things, what's next? And that was kind of a scary moment for me. I realized that a lot of my goals were tied around credentials, and getting better as a photographer, I think. And the moment she said that, it really reminded me of the scene from Catch Me If You Can, where the protagonist's or antagonist, I guess, I don't know, his father says, "Hey, where are you going?" Right? Somewhere exotic.
Someplace exotic? Just tell me where you're going.
And that's such a freaky scene to me, where like, maybe I could talk about this sometime else, but yeah, it was a scary moment of slight interrogation, I guess, in a way. It's like I had to reassess my own goals, right? And talk to myself. It's like, what is next? And maybe you guys have noticed, but this year I've been focusing a little bit more on myself and my life and the photography that I've been doing, and I've not been taking YouTube as seriously as I did last year, which is sad, but I think it was a sacrifice that was needed, I think. And when I think about what's next, I always kind of put YouTube aside in a way, because I think I've mentioned this somewhere else in like an interview or with other photographers, but I always felt like YouTube kind of had the potential of interfering with the integrity that I have towards photography, and I never really wanted to compromise that, because I have really strong passion towards photography and getting better at it, and then understanding the art of it, right? And also teaching people photography, and not just, I don't know, not just going for like followers and not just speaking out of my ass, right? I want to be able to convince people that, you know, I know what I'm talking about, and that also that I can convince myself that I'm a better photographer, right? So I think now that I have a little bit more confidence in myself, I'm confident that I can take a few good shots. I've been taking photos for a few years now. I feel a little bit more content to do this thing, right? I feel a little bit more confident. I feel a little bit more comfortable. I feel like no one's gonna, you know, doubt me. No one's gonna second guess my intent with this channel, I think, which is great. What I wanted to say was, yeah, I will try to do this more, right? I will be more conscious of my YouTube channel. Okay, again, I will try to continue with the YouTube grind, so please help me out. Subscribe to the channel. You can click the bell below, because I'll try to be uploading at least once a week. Help me out, please. Okay. And lastly, the quick announcement I wanted to make was that, okay, so I have, I think, benefited a lot from Instagram. Honestly, I think Instagram is a little bit dying out, and there's less energy in the platform now for photographers. It's becoming more of a video platform, or a stupid TikTok-y platform, and it is kind of bugging me. I was wondering how I can make it more of an interesting place and get photographers back to being excited about the platform. And I thought of doing my own little monthly, not competition, I guess, but kind of a competition. So here's what I'm gonna do. Please use the hashtag Ulysses Aoki photo. I will write it above here when you post an image. Every month, I'm making this shit up on the fly. Every month, I will make an Instagram Reels with about 10 images that I think are good, and I will make them into a sequence, like a slight magazine or slideshow, if you can call it that. I don't know what it's gonna be 100% yet, because I haven't done it yet, but that's what I want to do. Again, to reiterate, follow me on Instagram, hashtag Ulysses Aoki photo when you post an image, or you know, add that hashtag to the image that you want to submit, and I will choose, or not, I will select that image if it's good every month, and make an Instagram Reels out of it. Fish? Okay. Okay, I am looking forward to your submissions. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to get some energy back into the platform, Instagram, right? And hopefully make Instagram an enjoyable place again for photographers. This probably won't help too much, but at least for my followers, I hope that excites you a little bit. Okay, lastly, before I forget, thank you everyone for supporting my journey here. Thanks for the guys on YouTube that has always shown support for my work. Thanks for my Instagram followers and everyone. And special thank you to everyone on Patreon that support my work, and especially the guys that are on the Discord server that I talk to pretty much daily. Thanks guys, love you guys. And yeah, if you're interested, sign up for my Patreon too, where you get to discuss photography with me a little bit more in depth. Okay, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. A goodbye, sayonara. Again, I will be trying to make better and more content on YouTube, so fucking subscribe, baby. Okay, see ya.